This is the book of 2 Timothy 2 and 7. It says, consider what I say. The Most High is saying, look, consider this right here, what he says. And the Most High give thee understanding in all things. Okay, just like in the Wisdom of Solomon, it tells you, he said, with all thy getting, get understanding. Okay, what is the whole concept of a lot of people saying, different things about we're part, I'm a quarter Irish, I'm half Italian, and I'm a third German. That doesn't make any sense, okay? That doesn't make any sense at all. What part of you is German? What part of you is Italian? And what part of you is Greek, okay? You are who your father is, okay? That's just the bottom line. And if I got to go back and I got to go and get a piece of fruit, okay, and get the seed out of that and plant it day by day and show you what that really means, so be it, okay? Because the most important thing is you have to get understanding on what you're reading and what you're doing, okay? Now, for all those who think that the Red Sea, the Israelites didn't cross the Red Sea, okay, and all of that was a myth, okay, let me show you something, okay? This is a document right here, okay, that shows you in the Red Sea, and it shows, okay, get a close-up on that, brother, okay, it shows, okay, a chariot, okay, one of the wheels, and it shows a whole one, okay, and there's no discrepancy about that, okay, and with the coral leaves and the coral filters and with the coral elements that's around that, okay, Esau came out and said that the only way that coral gets built up around an element, okay, that was made by man's hands, it had to have been underwater for over 600 to 700 years, okay? And there's one of the wheels right there that was off of Pharaoh's chariot, okay? But our people are so simple. Thank you, brother. But our people are so simple, okay? They don't understand just common things, man. I don't understand that, okay? They don't believe that, okay, the Egyptians had a great empire, okay, just like America has a great empire. And let me give you some understanding also. In the book of Revelation 11 and 8, the Most High said that this place is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. For one thing, okay, the reason why the Most High calls this place Sodom is for the obvious. I don't have to go into that, okay, the homosexuality, the lesbianism, okay, and the lust, okay, of bestiality that goes on in this, and also the way and the abnormal sex acts, okay, that comes with living here in America. Okay, and he said this place is spiritually Egypt, okay, is because America has taken on the same satanic rituals, okay, and the customs and the enchantments and the witchcraft, okay, of Egypt, okay, and just like, okay, the other nations as well too that ruled this place. America is like a fruit punch, okay, of wickedness, okay. They took on all the other customs, okay, and all the witchcrafts and every custom, okay, to gain closer to their daddy Satan. So America is like a rainbow of witchcraft, okay, because they believe in that. That's the reason why America, okay, has so many Egyptian symbols, okay, like the oblique symbol, okay, which is called the Washington Monument, and a lot of customs, okay, that America has based this place on is based upon not because of the great science and technology of the Egyptian Empire, it's because of the witchcraft that's going to keep their kingdom going, okay, so they can get closer to their daddy Satan. And first and foremost, okay, why the Heavenly Father calls this place Egypt is because the Israelites are back here again in slavery, in a spiritual Egypt, not physical Egypt, but spiritual Egypt, just like in the book of Deuteronomy 28:68 tells you, okay, we was going to be brought here in bondage in Egypt all over again. And I got a question, okay, since the Israelites left Egypt, what the hell, okay, is Egypt good for today? Or who's going over to Egypt, okay, to look? The only reason people go to Egypt today, the tourists, is to look at the remarkable works that the Israelites did in building the pyramids, okay, and building the sphinxes over there, okay. That's what people go over to Egypt for and look and learn, okay, and they wonder and they marvel at those works, okay. Nobody's going to Egypt today, man, to live, and nobody's going to Egypt today to get no kind of knowledge or no kind of science, or, Egypt's not the budding country that it used to be, okay, because the Israelites left, and now America is number one. Every place that the Israelites sojourned in, okay, and every place that the Israelites were held captivity in, we made that place flourish. Just like America. Egypt had its time, Now it's time for America to have its time. Now, okay, I'm going to read the book of 2 Timothy, okay, 2, okay, and I'm going to continue, 2 and 7. It says, consider what I say, and the Most High give thee understanding in all things. So that understanding in all things, okay? Don't take a man's word for it. Go out and search, okay? But you're not supposed to seek knowledge that's too hot for you, okay? Then you start becoming a babbling idiot. So it says, remember, but every brother, okay, don't have the same capacity of memory, and every brother don't have the same capacity of level of understanding. The Most High gave each of us different levels of understanding because there were different men in different places back then as well too. You had prophets, you had priests, okay, you had certain men that was closer to the Most High than normal men, okay? So, like I said, you have to be careful. It says, remember that Yahushua of the seed, that's that word again, of the seed of David was raised from the dead according to my gospel. Now I'm going to go back here in Solomon. Okay, when he was talking about the pleasure that came with sleep, and he was fashioned in his mother's womb, he says, and when I was born, I drew in the common air, meaning when he came out, the air was common, okay? And it says, I fell upon the earth, meaning when a woman gives birth, which is like nature. So Solomon is saying, look, I'm just a normal person, okay? And he's breaking down birth right now to a really good description. He's saying, look, I'm just like a normal person, okay? I came in this world, okay, one way just like everybody else, okay? But he's giving a descriptive, okay, of how he came and how everybody else is coming, okay, or has come. It says, like nature, the first voice which was uttered was crying. Like when a baby come out, they start crying, okay? And it says, as all others do. All babies come out and cry. Solomon is saying, look, this is the way I came also. And it says, I was nursed in swaddling clothes, how they put the baby, okay, back then they wrapped the babies in linen. Today they wrap the babies in towels, stinking recycled pea towels, okay? And it says that with cares, meaning that the nurses cared for us. And it says, for there is no king that had any other beginning of birth. It says, for all men have one entrance into life and the light going out as well too. Okay, now the Immaculate Conception, that's for another day. Okay, that may run into another 2 hours. Okay, but what I'm trying to get you to understand is that, okay, the seed, okay, is through man. Okay, not your mother, you have, you know, your mother is an Edomite, you know, your mother's a white woman, she's European, and your father is a so-called black American. Okay, meaning that you're half and half. No, you come from the seed of man. Just like Christ said, and it's simple. Okay, just like I read to you, okay, about reproduction and seed and semen, you are who your father is. You are the seed of who your father is, and it goes back 4 generations, and everybody's reincarnated back into the earth. That's another topic as well too. Now, I'm gonna go to 1 Kings, okay, 4 and 30, and I'm gonna read something. It's really, really, really important. I want this one to stick right here, okay? I want this one to stick because there's a lot of stupidity going around. And like I said, it's not that complicated, okay? Now, this is 1 Kings, okay? This is 4 and 30. And I think I actually quoted this in the book that I wrote. It says, and Solomon's wisdom exceeded the wisdom of all the children of the East country, because everybody's come see Solomon, and everybody's paid tribute to Solomon, because Solomon was the wisest man on this earth. Solomon was a Judite, Israelite, okay? He was a Jew, to make it more plain to you, okay? It says, and Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all. Didn't say some, didn't say part. It said of all the children of the East country, and all the wisdom of Egypt. Now, why did the Most High specifically put his wisdom was above all the children of Egypt? Because back then, just like we have today, everybody's boasting about, you know, the Egyptians used to boast about their knowledge, and they know so much about science and, you know, the schematics of this, and they can do this, and they can do the same way. You got foolish Negroes today that's following the Egyptians' doctrine, okay, of simplicity and foolery, okay, today, doing the same exact thing today. That's the reason why the Most High put it in there, okay, and he depicted, okay, a difference, okay, as far as okay, the wisdom and the knowledge of the Egyptians, okay, and I'm going to explain it to you even further.